Last year we blew our minds by raising 107,000, and this year we thought, wow, what if we could almost double that?
It was going up by the minute. It was just incredible.
So this is the second time that we've held the Live Like Her challenge, and this year we knew that it was going to be bigger than last year. We knew that we needed a larger venue. We knew that we needed a larger impact in terms of last year we blew our minds by raising 107,000, and this year we thought, wow, what if we could almost double that? It just grew exponentially, and it felt like this awesome opportunity to reach so many more people than we did in our pilot year. So the first thing we do, and it's the first thing we always do, is we pick up the phone and talk to trending media and go, is this possible? For me, when you hire trending media, you're not hiring them, you're actually having a relationship with a person who's bouncing off you all the time, and I think that starts the feeling and the momentum of the event.
The Live Like Her Challenge is a unique project for trending media because there are three elements to it. We provide events management, which is what Jessie looks after. Then there's the video production side of things, which I manage. There's also the media communication side of things, which I also manage.
The first thing is actually just deciding where.
So last year, because it was the pilot event, we only had 46 cars, and the space that we chose for the pilot event really couldn't take much more than that. Having Brisbane Airport Corporation host the Live Like Her Challenge, I mean, they didn't just host it, they also came on as a very active, engaging supporter of the challenge.
For us, it's absolutely fitting that it would be at the airport because our original Forgotten Women video, which lots of people know and recognise as part of what we do, is actually shot there, where we actually have some scenes shot at that very location.
They gave us a blank canvas and we had to figure out how we were going to dress it up.
One of the first things that my team had to look after for this year's Live Like Her Challenge was the media launch. We were fortunate enough to again have Nina Schrinner, the Lady Mayoress, as the ambassador for the Forgotten Women, and she was happy to put her hand up to be involved in that media launch. I was actually taken by surprise because the Lady Mayoress announced to the media who came along,
Adrian and I are both doing the challenge this year together in the same car, so that'll be very interesting. And I think that
So you can imagine we're all just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, because that was going to raise the profile of this event.
That they're not forgotten, that they are valued and seen in our community, and the best way to do that is by taking part or supporting this challenge.
Hi, I'm Georgie Chumley and I'm Queensland's Sunrise correspondent.
Hi, I'm Flo Madden, the CEO of Freelancing Gems. Hi, my name's Kerry-Ann Dooley and I'm choosing to do the Live Like Her Challenge.
Again, this year, a new component was, and again, this is a trending media initiative to look at, should we have ambassadors? You know, and that was one of the things that we really chucked around about. What a fantastic idea. The ambassadors were an excellent thing. I can't imagine now us doing an event without doing that, and apart from everything else, they're just delightful people.
Because we're fortunate enough to have ambassadors for the event, we decided to give them a hand and make some of their video content as well, because they're busy people. So Jessie arranged a day for some of those ambassadors to come to our studio. We then put them in front of the camera, on the green screen, and got them to share on camera why it was so important for them to be involved in the Live Like Her Challenge, but then they each put out a call to action to their audiences to either support them and donate to their cause, to their registration, or register themselves and become a participant. It was a really great day.
There is nothing more powerful than women supporting women.
The organisation component of it as well, just the events management, like right down to where does everyone park.
The Know Before You Go video was all about showing participants how to get to the venue, but also not just that, what to expect on the night. So we painted a picture for them as to, okay, when you arrive, what happens?
Before I knew it, it was game day. I had to go upstairs to the rooftop, and I had to start, mapping out where the bollards were all going to go, all the way down to where all the rubber mats were going to go for the volunteers to stand on while they were busy directing traffic for 2 hours. You know, loads of trestle tables and barrels had to be delivered. All the volunteers started to arrive on site. The car park ushers arrived and they were, given their high-vis vests. So Brisbane Airport Corporation reached out to Krispy Kreme Donuts as one of their retailers for us, and they were kind enough to come on board and donate 500 donuts. Aaron's parents happened to be in town at the time, and they kindly offered, although I wonder if I kind of recruited them and they didn't know, but I'm going to say they kindly offered to come and help individually wrap all 500 of those donuts.
The day of the event started like a normal day for me, so I got up, did my normal stuff and went to work. And I always wait. I like to be nervous but not too nervous, and if I'm not nervous at all then I'm always a bit concerned. So I think there's always that nice level, but Trinity Media make that really difficult to be nervous at all, because in actual fact what they do is kind of pace you beautifully through the day as well. And you know, one of the first things I knew that I had a radio interview in the morning, and it wasn't even until the morning that I realised, oh, one of the people from Trinity Media is going to be standing there with me. You know, I thought I was going to be turning up doing it on my own.
If you're around, tune in 4BC in Brisbane, and then tune in a little bit later. Channel 9 is next.
No, yes,
then
well.
Channel 7 is after that. At 4 o'clock, Teresa had to be interviewed by Channel 9. They came down to the car park, and then as soon as Teresa finished that interview, we're like, okay, thanks very much. Ran over to another camera, wired her all up, and next minute she's going live out on Channel 7.
Each night across Queensland, women are sleeping rough, and it's a growing problem for women aged 55 and over. Tonight, hundreds will get a taste of what that's like when they take the Live Like Her challenge.
We've had an amazing response, and I've always said it takes a community to solve this community problem, and people are digging deep tonight. It's been fantastic.
Hundreds of people are sleeping in their cars at Brisbane Airport tonight.
The first few cars are now starting to pull into the car park, ready for a long night ahead.
Tonight it's a really simple challenge. We're getting everybody, if they can, to come to the Brisbane Airport. They spend one night in their car, they learn to experience what it's like to spend a night in your car.
As part of the video production element that Trinity Media was providing, there was also the AV element, or the audio visual elements, because on the night there was going to be presentations. So we're very lucky enough to again have Microhire come on as a sponsor and provide AV for the night. Gates finally open and cars start streaming through.
There was a few key people that I noticed had arrived, so I wanted to, greet them and make sure they knew where they needed to be, making sure registrations all went off without a hitch.
So it was John's job to stand near the merchandise stand and try to get as many people as he possibly could to answer a few questions, just to paint the picture of what they were expecting for the night and why they were there.
I think it's really important. I work in the CBD, and the amount of homeless people that we have in the CBD in general is through the roof.
Living in a car is not something that anybody wants to do, and women over 55, it's a scary prospect.
One of the most important moments of the night for the Live Like Her challenge is actually the presentations and how that's going to look, who's going to speak, if there's any videos, and how that will come together. So we had to basically create a show flow of how that section of the night would look and how we could put sponsors' logos on the video screen that was there.
Can I start by saying welcome? I can't believe it's been a year since we were last here doing this, and when we first had this space I thought, wow, we're going to struggle to fill it, and I look around it looks absolutely full. It's fantastic.
On behalf of our CEO Gary Undergraph and the entire executive leadership team at BAC, we are very, very proud to be one of the major sponsors for this event tonight.
Thank you so much for participating this evening. The Live Like Her challenge, raising funds for our forgotten sisters.
The big part of our job on the night is to not only film it, but create the recap video and have that ready and edited and posted online by the time people wake up the next morning. We had set up a small edit suite in, I guess you could call it The lobby of the lift well at the top of the car park was still kind of open. It was a little bit cold, but it was okay.
And it was just one of those things where I had to be awake all night to make sure that I was on hand. I was the point of contact for emergencies. So I wanted to make sure I was out and visible the whole night.
Part of the video production process in the morning was not only finishing off the recap video for the Live Like Her challenge, but it was also making sure that we had some footage that we could send out to the television networks so they could run the story in their morning news programs, which they did.
Well, more than 100 people have slept in cars at Brisbane Airport overnight, taking part in the Live Like Her challenge.
The average age of the woman that we're helping at the moment is about 71. So it's your grandmas, it's your aunties, yeah.
We had ABC Breakfast doing live crosses from the rooftop of the car park.
More than 200 people have slept the night in a Brisbane Airport car park to raise funds and awareness for women over 55 who are experiencing or at risk of homelessness.
In our world, a turnkey event is exactly what we want, and it's exactly what we got. There's all of these women that are living in this circumstance. They don't have to be, and this gives them an opportunity for people to understand their stories, but to also understand what the project's doing, and then to make sure that we create a space, safe space for them to talk.
We see hundreds of people come together, corporations coming together, offering their services, their locations. What a privilege to be involved in an event that has such an impact on the community.
I'd probably say it's probably one of the most rewarding projects I've ever worked on.